Once again, the Duchess of Me, Myself and I has graced a stage she totally wasn't planning on standing on. Sure, Jan. And delivered yet another self-indulgent speech. One that was met with what can only be described as a collective shrug from the audience. It all went down at a private Invictus Games event in Vancouver, Canada. Prince Harry was supposed to be the centre of attention, given that, he actually had something to do with the event. But enter Meghan, who simply couldn't resist the magnetic pull of a microphone and an audience forced to endure her ramblings. Before she even spoke, Meghan set the stage for maximum attention by planting a very intimate, translation calculated kiss on Harry. Because nothing says this event is about military veterans like turning it into a PDA moment for the Sussex brand. Then, with the faux humility of someone who's definitely been practicing in front of a mirror for hours, she grabbed the mic and declared, "I was not planning on speaking tonight." The classic Meghan move. Pretend to be spontaneous while delivering a perfectly rehearsed monologue. You could practically hear the eye rolls in the room. She continued, claiming that as soon as she stepped foot on Canadian soil, it felt like home. Because, of course, she has to butter up every country she's in. This is the same woman who once said the UK was home, then Montecito, then South Africa, then Canada. Basically, wherever the cameras are rolling. She went on to gush about how much the Invictus Games mean to her husband, which, again, is hilarious considering the games exist for the veterans, not as a shrine to Harry. As if people weren't already tuning out, Meghan then made sure to remind everyone that their children, Archie and Lilibet, were totally aware of what was going on and were cheering from California. Right, because nothing says supporting wounded veterans like two toddlers clapping from thousands of miles away while watching Bluey. She also made sure to highlight just how hard Harry works, juggling the games while being a super dad. Apparently, Archie questions why his father is always on the phone, and Meghan reassures him it's for Invictus. Yes, because organising a major sporting event is best summed up by "Daddy is always on his phone." Inspiring. Despite Meghan's best efforts to make this about herself, the audience's response was, almost non-existent. The applause was barely audible, making it clear that the whole speech, which she definitely planned, landed with the enthusiasm of a deflated balloon. Even royal expert Hugo Vickers had to call it out, saying the whole thing felt like an Oscar ceremony, with Meghan owning the stage and overshadowing Harry. One critic summed it up best: shouldn't the welcome speech be about the athletes? Instead, it was all about her, the kids, and how much Harry does. The actual veterans? Barely mentioned. At the end of the day, Meghan's speech was classic Meghan, self-congratulatory, unnecessary, and dripping with insincerity. The Invictus Games are supposed to be about celebrating the resilience of injured veterans, but somehow, Meghan managed to turn it into a press opportunity for herself. And with the barely there applause, looks like the audience saw right through it.